I'm Sarah from Everyday Starlet. I'm rocking the kimono, people. Fringe everywhere. It is that time again. It is time for monthly favorites. April is over and it is time to start May, but I wanted to share with you some of the things that I have been loving this past month. And I've actually had quite a few new subscribers lately, so I want to welcome everybody who's new. And if you're watching this video and you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to subscribe because I have a ton of videos planned and I don't want you to miss anything. So let's jump right in. I actually have been experimenting with a lot of skincare products lately, and some stuff has not been working well with my skin. It's been getting kind of angry with me. So I don't have a lot of skincare to share with you, but I feel like the last favorites video I did, which I didn't do March, but I did do a spring essentials video, which I'll link below. But my February favorites video, I feel like was very skincare heavy and didn't have much makeup. So this is kind of going to be the opposite. It's going to be more makeup and less skincare. I think the only skincare favorite I have here is actually from First Aid Beauty, which I've been loving lately. And this is actually a relatively new product. It's their Eye Duty Triple Remedy Overnight Balm. This is the balm, people. I know, pardon the pun. But it's so great. I've been using this as an eye cream around my eyes at night, and my eyes have just been feeling so hydrated, and I don't know if it's been triple remedying it or anything, but I do know that my under eyes and around my eyes, you can actually use this all around your eye, has been feeling much more hydrated lately, so I've definitely been loving this. For makeup, I have quite a few favorites here. I have an obsession with Clinique foundations. For some reason, Clinique foundations are just everything to me, and they came out with relatively recently a new foundation called Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation and Concealer. It's like a foundation and concealer in one, and it truly is. Like, this is just amazing. This isn't necessarily my everyday foundation, although you could wear it every day because it's not super heavy, but it is full coverage. I actually am wearing it now. I wear it, lately I've been wearing it ever since I bought it, like every time I film, because it just covers up all the imperfections, and it's the perfect foundation when you want like that like flawless sort of skin look. It actually has like this little applicator, and so you can actually use it as a full face foundation. I put it on with like a beauty blender. That's what I did today. But some days, if I don't want to go with like a full face of foundation, I'll just like dab this on an area where I may have some blemishes or something, and it just covers it up. And it's not like a cakey concealer. It's not a cakey consistency. It's just the perfect foundation. It's beyond perfecting, people. I love this. I also have been doing a lot with makeup brushes. I've been investing. That was actually one of my New Year's resolutions. It was a fun one, I have to admit, was to use more makeup brushes. I'm very into like fingers and all that stuff. But I invested in the Real Techniques Bold Metals, which I've been loving. I love these because they're so pretty, but they're great brushes too. They're pretty affordable and they're great quality. I haven't washed this one in a while, so try not to look. They're so great for, this is actually the full face, but like all their brushes are amazing. I can't believe it. And I actually happened to just wander into a Walgreens recently, and I think this was actually in my recent sort of Sephora and drugstore haul. I got this powder brush from Real Techniques. Not quite as pretty as the Bold Metals, but it's up there. And I love this brush. Like, I needed to replace like my really old Sephora powder brush for a long time because it was just falling apart. I'd had it for like a decade, so it's been forever, and it was about time to replace it, and I'm loving this brush. So affordable, and it's an amazing brush. I'm dying to get my hands on the Real Techniques blush brush, like the regular, not the Bold Metals. I have the Bold Metals and I like it, but I really want to try, they have like a tapered blush brush. The last time I was actually in Ulta, when I went to look for these, they didn't have it, so I'm hoping to get my hands on that soon. My next favorite is not actually new to me technically, but it's become an obsession for me. It is the Maybelline Color Tattoo 24-Hour Eyeshadow in Bad to the Bronze. And I actually used this in a makeup tutorial a while ago. I think it was my 1920s makeup tutorial. And this was like almost all I used on my eyes. Like, this is so great for if I just want like a polished look, but I want something quick. I just rub this on and it is just amazing. Like, it really brings out my blue eyes, but it's also great for layering. Like, you can put it on as a base, so it's almost as if it's like a shadow primer, and then you can layer shadows over it. I actually was using some matte shadows earlier, and I wanted to put this on to film this video, and I just sort of like put this over like the matte eyeshadows I had on my eyes already, and it just looks gorgeous. It's almost as if it's like a no-fail eyeshadow. It is just like the perfect eyeshadow. I love a lot of the Maybelline Color Tattoo colors, but the Bad to the Bronze is just like This is like, this might be holy grail status. I have to admit, it might be. And I don't say that about a lot of products, but this might be holy grail status. For mascaras, I actually have been loving the Maybelline Lash Sensational mascara. The thing about this is that, like, I almost wasn't gonna buy this. I just couldn't resist the pretty pink packaging, so I was like, I like Maybelline mascaras, let's give it a try. And I tried it, and I've been using it like every day since. It's so amazing. It's like, it gives length and fullness, and I'm obsessed with it. For lips, I'm actually wearing it right now. This is the Rimmel Provocalips in Kiss Fatal. I've mentioned this I actually mentioned this in my haul video that I bought a second one to keep in my purse because I'm so obsessed with this. And I've mentioned the Rimmel Kissproof lip colors in a few videos lately, and I've mentioned this before, but this was actually like a middle of the road Kissproof lip color for me for a while. I actually did a full review of Kissproof lip colors, and this was middle of the road because at the time it wasn't readily available in the United States, but now that it is, I am obsessed with these. I have them in like almost every color, I would say, but I have to say the Kiss Fatal is kind of my go-to color because it's very plummy, very spring. I feel like that sort of plummy but not too dark and vamp look is really in, and I feel like this looked really dark and vamp to me when I bought it, and I was afraid that it was just gonna be too dark, but like when I put it on, it just is this soft plummy color that I'm just like loving right now. So like this and the Bad to the Bronze are like just kind of like my everyday makeup colors that I put on, and I just know it's like, it's quick, it's gonna last all day, and I just look like instantly polished. For hair products, this is an oldie but a goodie. This probably also is holy grail status for me. This is the Moroccan Oil treatment. I switch sometimes between the oil and the cream. I just put this in my hair after I wash it, and then I don't even think about it. It's just, it keeps my hair healthy and shiny because, you know, I do color process my hair a little bit, kinda. Also this month I went on a quest to find the perfect dry spray wax, and I believe I have found it. It is the Joico Texture Boost Dry Spray Wax. I've tried a bunch of them. Most of them left my hair all dry and brittle. It's like a dry spray wax, but it still leaves your hair sort of with that natural shine to it. Like not super glossy, but a natural shine so it doesn't look dry and frizzy. I feel like I've noticed looking at, especially Pinterest, I feel like, because that's where you see a lot of the really like unusual hair colors. I've discovered that like any hair color can look beautiful, whether it be, you know, like a blonde or a red or even like a green or a blue or like these mermaid colors. Any hair color can look gorgeous as long as it looks healthy and shiny. So I feel like even though like the dry spray wax is popular, I feel like one that leaves your hair with like a little bit of a shine, so it has that sort of natural healthy look to it, is just so much better than the ones that are just sort of drying and leave your hair sort of matte. So that's why I love this one. I would definitely recommend this. The only thing I will say about this is that if I use it 2 days in a row, my hair feels like really greasy. But of all of the dry spray waxes that I've tried, and I tried quite a few, this one is my absolute favorite. Now for monthly favorites for TV shows, I have to give the shout out to Mad Men. I can't believe the show's almost over and I'm really sad, but we can support each other in this, and we'll get through this together, people. As far as books go, this month I actually picked up Giuliana Rancic's book, Going Off Script, How I Survived a Crazy Childhood, Cancer, and Clooney's 32 On-Screen Rejections. That's a long title. It's really interesting. I've kind of been fascinated by Giuliana Rancic, and I used to watch Giuliana and Bill, and I love her on E! News. I loved her on Fashion Police. I know she had some controversy on Fashion Police. I actually did a blog post on my side blog, which is for my stand-up comedy, on my opinion about that whole Fashion Police controversy, so I will link that below if you guys want to read my opinion on that. But spoiler alert, I sided with Giuliana. It had some great insights into her life, into her struggles that she's been through. I love the parts in here where she talked about working with Joan Rivers and how much respect she had for her, and all the stories about how much influence Joan had in her life. Joan Rivers was a huge influence on me, even though I unfortunately never got the chance to meet her. It's kind of amazing that there's actually stuff about someone who's been on a reality show that you don't already know, but I have to admit there was definitely some stuff in here, and it's so inspiring. Her story about, you know, when she went through scoliosis as a kid and felt so different and insecure, which I think we can all relate to. I mean, for me it was, you know, being the fat kid in school and you know, for her it was, you know, the fact that her body was crooked, having to go through all that, and then of course having to go through her infertility and her cancer, and her optimism is contagious, I have to admit. Like, she's such an optimistic person, and I just found that so inspiring. And I love her and Bill as a couple, so I would definitely recommend reading this book. Side note, I actually Instagrammed a picture of me reading this book at the hair salon, and Giuliana herself actually liked it, and she also commented on it. So I'm super excited. Shout out to Giuliana Rancic. So if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you have any comments, please leave in the comment section below. I'd love to hear what your favorites are for April. And be sure to subscribe to this channel because I always love new subscribers, and I have so many videos coming that I don't want you to miss anything. And I hope everyone has a fabulous May, and I hope you join me next time. Thanks so much.